It is just so exciting. Sport on 7 next year, set to get even bigger with the arrival of the 2026 Home Rugby League World Cup. There's a takeover from October. 5 weeks will be dominated by the men's, women's and wheelchair tournament. No one more appropriate to talk us through it than the Kangaroos coach, Kevin Walters.
Come on, Mel, let's go now.
We're ready to go.
Come on, Fred, let's go, mate. Come on.
I'm definitely built for it.
Yeah, we're up for it. We'll run through a brick wall now. International Rugby League has never been bigger.
Yeah, look, it's amazing. Great for Australian people to come along and watch the World Cups, both the men's, the women's and the wheelchairs. Some great rugby league players on show across all the games. So very much looking forward to being part of that. As a coach, I'm fortunate to play in a World Cup as a player, but now as a coach, very excited about what the future brings for the Australian Rugby League.
Yeah, the countdown is certainly on. Copes, I know you've had a look at the draw. We are going to officially unveil the whole draw, but what's caught your eye?
Yeah, well, there's lots that's caught my eye. And Kevy, obviously a successful Ashes series, but when you look at the lineups, that New Zealand matchup to me looks like it sticks out. But there are so many contenders, aren't there?
So many contenders. Unlike previous World Cups where Australia, New Zealand and England have been three big teams, with the emergence of the Pacifica nations, it opens up a whole lot of avenues for these teams to progress through, play some good football in the opening rounds and then through to finals, all sorts of things. There's so many great players in the world now for the men's and the women's game. Anything can happen in this World Cup, and the Australians, which are obviously the favourites to win it, with New Zealand at rank number 2, are going to have some teams coming at them continually. It's going to be a great series. Yeah,
or some of those other teams. We pick out some of these other matchups, Samoa and Tonga in particular, but England on their day, even though you trounced them in the Ashes.
Well, we didn't trounce them. You talked to some of our players. It was a tough test series over there, but they'll be up for it, up for the challenge, up for the fight. And the Tongans and the Samoans have been the two nations that have really progressed in the last couple of years. We saw up to 7 or 8 of their players playing, state of origin consistently. Some huge players that are developing as well. So it's going to be a really open World Cup, not just Australia and New Zealand. These other teams, these emerging nations can come through and certainly win the prize.
What about the crowd there, Tonga v Lebanon? Imagine that, wild celebrations.
Well, we're in England when the Pacifica Championships were on here recently, and just the crowd numbers at Suncorp and in Sydney, sell-out crowds, and the fans they just support their team so well. So that's what we're expecting, of course. And the Jillaroos have been dominating the World Rugby League stage for some time now, so they're obviously the favourites in the women's competition, but some emerging nations there as well are going to really give the Australian girls a big fight.
Yeah, they're called the All Blacks of women's sport at the moment. They're doing so well. Who sticks out for you as the stars of the show?
Well, Ali Bregenshaw's been obviously their captain for a long time, and she's been dominating the NRLW. I feel the NRLW has really promoted and progressed the women's game. These ladies are so athletic and fit and skillful now. I've got a daughter that actually plays rugby league, and we get glued to the television every time the women's games come on, the NRLW and also the internationals and state of origin. It's great to see the girls doing so well. Yeah,
indeed. It's absolutely exploded. Let's go back to that opening game between Australia versus New Zealand. What a prospect. It's in Sydney at Allianz Stadium. 1 versus 2 in the world. They don't like each other very much. What a spectacle that is going to be.
Well, it's going to be awesome, particularly with the haka. I mean, we didn't experience that obviously over in England, but the hakas that these nations provide in the lead up to the games really does get the blood pumping. And our guys were unfortunate enough we got hammered by New Zealand a couple of years ago in a final in the Pacifica, and last year big winners against Tonga. But all these nations and the Australians as well have to be at our best. If you're expecting to do well in the competition, you need to be at your best, and that starts with the opening game against the Kiwis.
Well, you mentioned the haka. The other spine-tingling moment that I've seen in rugby league in recent times is Samoa v Tonga, and we're going to have Stephen Crichton, Payne Haas, superstars everywhere playing in this contest. What about this one?
Well, that match was at Suncorp Stadium, of course, up in Brisbane, and just lifted the roof. They tell me it was origin-like atmosphere at Suncorp, and that's what these two teams can provide. Their skill level, their athleticism, the physical size of Payne Haas. He's dominated one of the best props in the world, for Samoa this year, and I'm sure he'll be looking forward to his role that he's playing in the Samoan side. Just got skill everywhere. Their captain, Steve Crichton, he's one of the best leaders in our game. So it's going to be a great World Cup, and one that we're very much excited to be part of, and also looking forward to playing in.
We've all got goosebumps and we're crying before kick-off every single time with these fixtures. Superstars of the Aussie team. We know Cam Munster, you know, Nathan Cleary. I want to ask you, though, you've just, you know, come back from a very successful Ashes tour, Ashes tour of your own. Congratulations on that one. Reece Walsh, we know he's a megastar here in Australia. What about what he did over there?
Yeah, well, he lit up over in the UK as well. He's such a fabulous young player. That's his grand final wizardry there. You know, his last 8 weeks in the NRL really got Brisbane over the line and to be premiers, and then he continued that form on over in England with the Kangaroos. Man of the match in the first game, very close in the second game to being man of the match, and then he picked up 2 tries and sealed the deal for the Australians over there against the English. So, look, he's a great exciting young player, still developing his game as well, but also he's so popular amongst everyone.
Yeah.
You know, men, women, children, they just love him. And the best thing about Reece Walsh is the way he actually engages with his fans and with the crowd. It was over there, he was amazing. Good on the field, but also equally off the field, a great ambassador for our game.
He's one of those guys where it looks like, amongst other elite athletes, that he's just running faster. He's moving quicker. He sees the game better. What about where these games are going to be played? They are here, there and everywhere around the country, which is awesome, and also Papua New Guinea. How great that everyone is going to be able to access
You'll all
this
get your
great
chance
World
to go
Cup.
along and have a look at the 11 cities the games have been played. And up in Port Moresby as well, there's some games up there. Townsville, Brisbane, the Gold Coast, Newcastle, Sydney, it's all there. So, and even over in Perth, there's some games over here. So you West Australians, get your tickets for the World Cup. It's going to be a great series, a great World Cup, and everyone's got the opportunity there, as you can see on the screen, to get your tickets. Yeah,
I love how spread out it is, and this is the important thing. You mentioned tickets. They are on sale now. Head to the website, RLWC2026.com. And what about the tickets? This is the thing,
I'll even buy Trent a ticket at 19.
There you go. I'll buy $10. It's very reasonable.
But
so generous.
Scarcity-wise, these tickets are going to sell out quick. All of these games, Samoa, Tonga, the Pacifica tournaments, they are all selling out, so getting quick.
As you've seen just recently with the Pacifica Nations competition, the tickets went very fast, big crowds, so get your tickets. Don't miss out on it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get along and see some great rugby league, some great athleticism, and also just enjoying, you know, a full stadium. Unfortunately, here today, we've got no one here. But, you know, it's great. Rugby League World Cup. Get along, get your tickets, go and see your favourite team.
And here's something super exciting. Like, Copes, brace yourself, because I reckon he really wants to tackle you right now. Is that pumped up? The final, proud Queenslander, it's going to be at Suncorp Stadium.
Yes, news came through this morning. That's very exciting. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do as the Australian team to progress through to that final, but it'll be an amazing atmosphere. One of the great rugby league stadiums in the world. We've seen magnificent State of Origin there, Magic Weekend, Pacifica Championships, and now, of course, we're up to the World Cup final. We'll be there. Let's get the Aussies there as well, hey?
They'll
I'm
fill
sure
out,
you
we
will.
know that.
I'm sure you will.
Exactly right. The Rugby League World Cup final. It's all on the screens of 7. Less than a year to go. The final in Brisbane. We kick things off in Sydney. Then we go absolutely everywhere else. Tickets on sale now. Kevy, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Great being on.
Good luck.
Let's go.